Dorian, you seem pretty fired up coming off the field again. Was this kind of a repeat of last week for you, just the way the game went and the way you approached it?
Yeah, for sure. Sorry again for my voice. I was out there screaming and yelling, but yeah, definitely wanted this one. We all know the history between UCLA and Utah. Haven't beaten them since like 2016. The point differential's been crazy. And so we knew the beast at hand coming in here. And I think my boys went out there and went to work, baby. It was very, very a proud moment for me to see, for sure.
Dorian, all-time leader in touchdowns. What does that mean to you?
That's a really good question. You know, it's great to have my name there, but I think the thing that's made me most emotional right now is seeing how happy my guys in my locker room were for me. The coaching staff, everybody that's been here since I was a freshman. Just rethinking all the hard times that I went through. You know, all the bickering back and forth, all the transitioning going on throughout the program. Again, I just can't say how thankful I am and how grateful I am to be on this team right now.
Well, actually, all of you now, 6-0. What does that mean to you?
Bowl eligible. Yeah, to be honest, it really doesn't mean none. We just got to keep coming in every week. I feel like we got Oregon up next, so we got a little improvement week coming up. We got to improve during that week and then go on to Oregon and be ready. So that's all I'm focused on, and that's what this team's focused on.
Zach, you kind of had the best of both worlds with good blocking, and you made a lot of moves. Can you talk about the big day you had and what went into it?
Yeah, we just got a lot of the looks that we wanted, and you know, obviously the O-line played outstanding. It always helps, you know, be able to have Dorian also. You know, we feed off each other, and just him, a part of the O-line, and the receivers, Jake, Bobo, just all playing their butts off, and I think that was a big reason what went into it.
You also made some nice moves and kind of ran a little bit angry there. Can you talk about your job after the line of scrimmage and what allowed you to get those extra yards?
Yeah, you know, that's something we really emphasize, is just being able to make the first guy miss. So I'm just thankful for the line getting me up to the next level and just being able to go one-on-one and make someone miss.
Dorian, the fourth quarter TD pass to Loya, Chip said that you guys added that route in at halftime. Just what did you see that you thought would make that successful?
Yeah, so they have been mixing up man-zone coverage most of the game. And they have been covering the outsides really well, obviously, keeping us contained. And, you know, we made an adjustment with the backs route, freed up Logan on the shallow, and he did the rest. Credit to Zeke out there blocking his butt off all the way down the field, escorting Logan into the end zone. But yeah, man, it was all overall team effort for sure. So.
Yeah, Dorian, how much does it, Dorian, over here, how much does the team feed off your passion? And is that something that intentionally you're trying to lead that way?
You know, I try not to pay attention to it as much. I'm more so focused on my job, but you know, when I can get fiery in there and I can get in the huddle, and most of the time it's really me correcting somebody or somebody correcting me. But I'm just trying to make sure everybody's staying in the game. Everybody's always focused and locked in, and nobody's missing a beat. We can never take our foot off the gas during this game, especially in these type of games when we play really good teams. And so I think that's just the type of thing that I can contribute to the team. It's just making sure everybody's on point all the time.
Because you've been here so many years, do you feel you get overlooked nationally in the Heisman race and others polls, things like that? Do you think you get overlooked?
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say I really haven't thought about it that much. Yeah, it's really my first time thinking about it. I'm focused on this team. That's the reason why I came back for it. I didn't come back for anything personal. I came back to make sure that these boys were in a good spot when I leave here, and to make sure I leave a legacy that's well known to remember. And you know, I think I'm doing a pretty good job of that right now, and I'm just trying to keep it going forward. I'm here for these boys. I'm not here for myself, but I'm just trying to execute that as best I can for sure.
Did you have the same chip on your shoulders that you did last week?
It's even bigger. It's going to be even bigger in 2 weeks when we go to Oregon. It's going to be bigger after that. I don't care who we're playing. Everybody's going to get the business this year. We're coming, and we're going to take it week by week. We're not focused on anything else but Oregon right now. We got a bye week, and we're going to go into that. So,
Thank you.
yep, thank you.
Roy, can you give us kind of the PG version of what you said coming off the field?
Yeah, I said this is our house. This is our house.
Jake, 2 more touchdown catches today. What is it about you and Dorian? Everybody knows you guys have this connection going now, and you guys still just keep it going every week. How are you able to do that?
I think just right place, right time. In the red zone, windows are condensed. Every bullets are flying, especially when you get down there tight. So I take pride in just being a guy that he looks for. I hope he continues to do so. But yeah, like you said, definitely a connection there, and I'm happy that he trusts me to make a play down there.
The 2 you had today, can you talk about those 2 plays? You had the one where you got the 1 foot in. Can you go through that play and how you were able to stay in bounds?
Yeah, great scheme. Kind of had a run fake going left. Linebackers kind of flowed that way, and I was able to slip over the top, and Dorian dropped it in a bucket where only I could get it. And then that second one, we got man coverage, just a little slant across the middle. One stood back there. O-line held up pretty well, I think. I didn't get to see it, obviously. But yeah, just him putting the ball where it needs to be, and I'm thankful that I'm given that opportunity.
You guys are undefeated this deep into the season for the first time since UCLA has done it since 2005. Could be in the top 10 next week. What does this feel like for all 3 of you right now?
For me, I've never been 6-0, so obviously, I'm going to enjoy this for the next 24 hours. But like Dee said, we're in improvement week, and we got Oregon coming up, going up to Eugene. I think all 3 of us, most of that team in that locker room is wired that way. We're going to enjoy this one for a short little stint, but then, business is business, and we're moving forward.
We want more. We want more. You say top 10, I want top 5. I want top 2. I want it all, Ben. So we want more. I promise you we want more. This is nothing compared to what we want.
We got time for a couple more.
Yeah, Dorian, you talked to Bill about how personal recognition, personally being overlooked, doesn't really affect you. About the team being overlooked, maybe on a national level, is that something that drives you?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody has their own personal motivations, and that's one of mine. I see how hard these boys work. I've been with these boys for 5 years now. So I know what this program has been through, if anyone has. So, like I said, I'm just more thankful to be here. But, hell yeah, I'm definitely, I read all of it. And, it hurts when other people don't give my boys credit. And I'm going to do everything I can to get these boys enough credit as they deserve. So,
The idea that you bet on yourself by coming back here another year. It's probably, you're in the midst of the fight, so it's probably not really something you think about, but if you could reflect on that, the fact that so far you're winning that bet.
It's a lot easier than you think when you don't think about it that way. Like I said, I came back for this team, and I'm just playing for the other 10 guys on the field, and we're playing as one. We're playing as a unit. We're not playing as a bunch of individuals out there on that field, and it makes my job a lot easier. That game, I barely took a sweat. If it wasn't so hot outside, I barely would have sweated, I think, with how well we worked together out on that field. So, if I would have said I came back to bet on myself, I'd probably be in the dumps, and we'd probably be somewhere not right here. So, I think that's why this is a team sport, and that's why I came back.
One more, Rick.
All right, thank you. This is for either of you. The first half, you guys had 14 total points. The third quarter, 14 points. Fourth quarter, 14 points. What changed after halftime? Did you guys make any adjustments on the offensive end?
The one schematic kind of adjustment we made, like Dorian said, was that one route concept that sprung Logan late. But I mean, the cool thing about this team is I think we get stronger as the game goes on. You kind of see that and have seen that in the last couple games. We pride ourselves as a second half team. So we can make schematic adjustments here and there, but kind of all those guys know in the locker room when, you know, halftime hits and we come out for the second half, it's on for sure.
Yeah, I think communication plays a big part in that throughout the whole play, throughout the whole being on the sideline, and in between plays, everybody's communicating with each other from the whole line to the tight ends, to the running backs, to the quarterbacks, and all the above. So I think that's a big part in it. His touchdown, we had ran that play before, and it didn't really work out. So we talked about it, fixed it up, and we got it corrected. So I think that's where a lot of our big plays happen. It's just being able to, they're smart guys, I'm a smart guy. When you put a bunch of smart guys together in a room, it turns to work out pretty well. So.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.